Alright, another white perch day. I'm going to show you how I like to flay them. First thing I like to do, of course, is have a thin, very sharp fillet knife. Very important. You're going to be cutting through some bones here, so it's great to always give it a sharpen right before you start. So we got some white perch. They've got fairly thick rib bones that run down about here. So we have to cut through those this way. But let's get to it here. So the first thing I do is I usually come in just behind the fin and the gill plate, like so. I cut through. There's some tough scales, but you gotta get down till you feel the backbone, like that. And then I try to make a hard right, like this, down on the backbone, like. At this point, you got to use quite a bit of force. There's all those rib bones you got to cut through. You don't want to go down this way too much because you'll miss the back meat. You want to kind of stay level along the spine. So I just start cutting like that, sawing, and then you just kind of angle your knife down, keep sawing all the way down to the tail, right along the spine. And you'll end up with a piece of meat like that and some guts. Take the guts out. What you have left here is a fillet, but you got these rib bones and this membrane here, and they kind of swoop down like this, you know, very similar to what you're seeing shape-wise. So you got to cut like under them and out, which is a little bit of a tricky move, but after a while you get the hang of it, and then you just do that. You see, you try to not cut too much meat off of that. And usually there's a couple of pin bones still left right here. I don't really cut them out because they're tiny enough to eat, but you can if you want. So normally what I do at this stage is I just, you know, fillet this part like any other fish. Dig down in, get yourself a little grip right here. Angle your knife down and just run it along the skin, and you'll end up with a nice fillet like this, and that's what you want to keep. So we'll run through here. We'll do a couple more of these real quick just so you get the idea. When you get on the other side of the fish, I normally just have the top facing me. It's going to be different since if you're left-handed, but let me just go down like this. If you're right-handed, it's pretty much this. Make sure you're angling down here or you'll miss a bunch of meat like I just did. That wasn't the best fillet job, but I'm trying to rush it a little bit. So anyways, yep, it's the same thing, you know, cut these bones out like that and turn it around, go like this. And I usually put this like right at the edge of my cutting board so I can level my knife flat. Can't really do that right now because of the camera angle, but you get the idea. Let me grab another one. We'll go through it fairly quickly. Here's a big one. 1 second here. Alright, so here's a pig of a fish. So this is what it looks like at basically full speed. Once you've done it a few times, it goes a little faster. Make sure you angle down towards the end there. Bam! Get both sides here real quick. On smaller fish, you got to be careful when you're kind of going down along the spine because you can cut right through it. You don't want to do that, otherwise it's really hard to fillet them at that point. So yeah, just clear the guts out, chuck them in your bucket, get the backbones, well, the rib cage bones out like so. Chuck that and do this. Like so. And then you go like that. Now, when you have these, you want to make sure that you rinse them off one by one with cold water, because these white perch have pretty big scales and they get on everything. So you're going to end up with basically little fingernails all over your fillets if you don't rinse them off. And who wants to eat fingernails? Not me. Some people, I guess. But anyways, they're a real pain, so make sure you rinse them off when you're done. But yeah, you'll get some nice fillets out of these guys. And that's what you need to know. Repeat about 1,000,000 times.